Hello, this is High Literature, a program where I introduce books and comics and stories and all that good stuff to you, the viewer. I have here with me an advanced reader copy of Heaven by Katie Skelly. Um, this is going to be coming out, I think, in a week, if I remember correctly. Um, this graphic novel really took me by surprise. I didn't know what to expect going into this. And when I finished it, I remember thinking how it would be really interesting to see how this would translate as a short story, because it really reminded me of the Love in Vain stories. There's Love in Vain and then Love in Vain 2. These came out back in the 90s. It was a vampire erotica anthology series, and I really enjoyed them. Still occasionally revisit the stories. They're just, they're really unconventional. It's really interesting how, like, not everything erotic is sexual and not everything sexual is erotic, and this checks those boxes. It's hard to talk about this book because I don't want to give anything away, with it being an advanced reader copy especially. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. It was not what I was expecting. I didn't know what to expect. It was one of the things I liked about it was how, because it is a mystery, and the deeper you got into the story and the more you read and the more you learned and found out, the more questions you came away with. Like, it was just, it's really, you just don't know where it's going, but not in a confusing way, but just, it really just grabs you and keeps your attention. Um, if I were a parent and I found this in my middle schooler's room, I would be concerned and be like, who gave you this? But if I were a parent and found this in my high schooler's room, I would be okay with it. So this is, it's for mature readers. There's, mature content in here, but it's not so explicit that it would be inappropriate for, a high school kid to be reading it. I would not be bothered if I had a high school age kid and I found this in their room. So with that being said, it's pretty, as far as audience is concerned, pretty wide audience. I really enjoyed the art, and this is the first Katie Skelly book I ever read, and so I just want to say, after reading this, I want to read more. I want to see what else she has going on. So yeah, it's it's hard to talk about because I don't want to give stuff away, but I do recommend. It comes out in a week, so go to Fantagraphics and place your order because it's a lot of fun. A fun summer read for sure. And with that being said, in case you didn't know, this is the 50th year anniversary for Fantagraphics. So yay, happy anniversary to the best comic book publisher ever, my absolute favorite. And here's to 50 more if we're still around that long. Gosh, this is a short video. It seems odd to make a video that's so short. Let's see here. This was included with the book, like a little kind of about. And it says here, so I'll read the little descriptor. out past the edge of town, there exists a strip club called Heaven that only some can find. Some say it's a mirage. Others say you can't miss the giant neon heels lighting up the desert night skies. Dolly can't find a place to belong. After losing her identity as a gymnast and navigating family turbulence, she's adrift from school and friends. When a mysterious presence beckons her to Heaven, she wonders if she may just have found her place. But just what does it want in return? Katie Skelly's first graphic novel since her acclaimed Maids in 2020, Heaven finds out what happens when the artist's quintessential cool girl characters let their guards down and let the world in. With a supernatural strip club backdrop and an eye-popping sense of color that would make Dario Argento proud, Heaven reinforces Skelly's place as one of the most distinctive voices working in contemporary comics today. Release date, it just says July 2026, but it's in a week. And so yeah, that was another thing that kind of threw me off. I was like, so we're talking, this is a story, we're in a strip club, and we're with like school age characters. What are we doing here? What's going on? I had trepidations, but it's fine. Don't worry about that. Read it and see. Read it and see. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I do have another advanced reader copy. This came in the mail earlier this week, and I don't know if I'm going to start reading it tonight. I'm reading something else right now that I'm really focused on, and because sometimes I'll read multiple books at the same time, but then sometimes a title will just get me in such a way where I'm like, and when I read this, so, you know, I'm giving my full attention to this other book, and when I get to this, I want to give my full attention to this. This looks really interesting. I can't wait to read it. It is called Bedford Street by Ross Murray, and it just looks really cool, and it sounded really cool, and I liked the art. Altman-esque. Gotta like that. So yeah, hopefully soon I will have another video up for this guy here. But in the meantime, get this. It's fun. Fun summer read. Man, woman, I don't care. You'll enjoy it. And happy 50th anniversary to Fantagraphics. And thank you, Katie Skelly. I really enjoyed this. It was a fun, pleasant surprise. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and end this here. I think this is the shortest video I've ever made ever. Wow, not even 10 minutes, but hey, what are you gonna do? Okay, well, I'll talk to you later. Bye.